Hey guys! So today I want to talk a little bit about my songwriting process and how I write songs. My new album just came out and it has 10 songs on it that I wrote. Some of them have been around for quite a while. In fact, I can't even remember when I wrote them. I'll have to go back and check through all my songwriting journals at some point, but I think 5 or 6 years ago, and then some of them were this year. I kind of just saved my favorites, and there's so many songs left. I mean, I could do so many albums, but I'm really excited to get back into songwriting again. I kind of stopped on purpose because I was afraid I would write a bunch of good songs and it'd be even harder to pick which ones to put on the album. So it's probably a silly reason to try to stop writing songs, and I know many of you that want to write songs are probably yelling at me right now saying, if I could only write one song. But that's just me. I normally will have a different songwriting notebook for every album. Not always, but in the last, I don't know, decade or so, I have many songwriting notebooks filled up. I used to keep a list of all the song titles to know how many I had written, and I just lost track. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I think I was 14 when I wrote my first real song, and I'll be 28 in 2 months. So, oh my goodness, that's half my life. Whoa. Okay, wow, sorry, just had a little moment there. So this is the notebook I used for my album Perfection is a Fairy Tale, and like I said, some songs I've had around a lot longer, so they're not even in this one. But you can kind of see, you never would have thought, the second to last song. So when I write a song, I normally write the music and the words at the same time. I know everyone's different. I find that if it's just a melody I have or just some words that I have and I put them in a song later, it doesn't end up being a great song. Once in a while, it will be a little more contrived and puzzle pieced together, but most of the time I sit down with an emotion in mind. It doesn't even have to be my emotion. Spoilers. It's kind of like acting to me. I get into the mindset and then I just say, well, if I was going to describe what I'm feeling, what would that be? And I go in that direction with the song. I normally sit down with my acoustic guitar and obviously my songwriting notebook. And in the last several years, I also sit down with my iPad or my iPhone because I feel like I just want to write down everything I'm thinking, any ideas, and then I will immediately delete some or copy and paste the verse to switch lines around, and then I'll put them in the notebook. Though sometimes I'll just start writing in the notebook right away, and there's a few things crossed out. Like here's thinking ships. I don't know if you can see that. You can see how it's like arrowed over. I wanted to add it in that verse, and I think I switched the parts of the chorus. I flip them. So sometimes I will change things, but a lot of times I just write in there and that's how it stays. And I know that's weird, and I know I should be rewriting things and going over and over and over again to get them the best they can. I'm just not like that. I get emotionally attached to them and they're like my little children, and I feel like this is how the song is. Now that's not to say that I won't go back and rewrite some things. For instance, this song, it's the 7th song on the album, The Best I Never Had. That was not the title. All the verses stayed exactly the same, and the chorus stayed pretty much the same, and the first, if you've heard the song, the line "the best I never had" is right there at the beginning. That was there, but it wasn't there at the end, and it wasn't the title. I had originally called it, I think, I Hurt, or It Hurts, just very generic, and I just felt very blasé about the song after that. Like, I'll have to retitle that, and I never got around to it. And the best I never had was the last song I decided to put on the album. I purposefully had 9 songs picked out for the album that I knew I for sure wanted to use, and I was keeping that last slot open to see what type of song I wanted, if there was an emotion I wanted to put in, or a different type of song creatively. And this song kept coming back into my mind. So during a run this fall, I was training for a marathon, so I had lots of time to think. I kept listening to the demo and trying to figure out what I would call it, and I just kept coming back to that. So I named it that. I wrote it this past year. I was in the middle of watching an episode of Nashville, and I just got inspired, because how can you not with the music? And yeah, it just sat there. It literally took probably 10 minutes to write it, and there it is. So I could go through and tell you all the stories of all these, and I think that'd be a good whole separate video. So let me know if you want me to tell you some of the stories behind the songs. But that's kind of how I write songs. So I want to give away a few of these, 2 of these, to some of you. So I'm just gonna randomly pick one of my subscribers. So subscribe to my channel. The giveaway is going to be open till next Friday, and then I'll message you on YouTube and get your address so I can send it to you. So that's all you have to do. You just have to subscribe. You don't have to leave a comment or like this video or anything. Even if you think I'm awesome, I guess you could go ahead and do it if you want. But subscribe to my channel, and I'll send you an album. And if you already have the album, you can give it to a friend or someone else that you think would enjoy it. And I hope you learned a little bit about songwriting. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. And I hope you have a great day. Bye! Shush!